I want to give you my impressions of Robocop. And let me tell you, when I installed this game, I was like, famous IP, budget, Unreal Engine title. that's not gonna work. Okay, that's a recipe for disaster. And when I watched the trailers, first person shooter, feeling so slow and stiff, I was like, it's just gonna be garbage. And on top of that, pushing ray tracing and all the features, the performance just gonna be very bad. But I said, okay, well, let me give it a try. Okay, I'm surprised with it. Let me tell you, what I like, the gameplay. It feels like a tank. Okay, the movements are very slow. You move left to right, top to bottom, very slow, at least with the controller. But the thing that I like is the impact. When you're shooting the guns, the environment gets destroyed. I'm talking about windows, the walls, desk, wood. The destruction is great. And when you actually shoot at people, you see that the bullets are having a great impact. Okay, like dismemberments and stuff. So it feels very impactful. You feel like a tank. Shooting is fun. Okay, I'm liking it so far. I think it's a fun game. Now, technically and graphically, you can clearly see what they want to do. Okay, this is the game absolutely maxed out on my plasma TV. Let me show you the settings. It doesn't look bad, but it has some deal breaker issues. You see here the resolution 2880 by 1620. This is NVIDIA DLSR 2.25x of 1080p. And then DLSS quality, that's going back to 1080p. And you see here epic settings, high quality lumen reflections, and of course, motion blur and chromatic aberration. That's just like, why? Why is this still in the games? But anyway, you get the idea. Everything is maxed out, and you can look at the game and you see what they're trying to do. They're trying to make the game look impressive with all these reflections, and it does look nice. But now here's the problem. Big problem that I have with the graphics on this game. And this is a lot more annoying on my 4K OLED TV. Okay, here on the plasma, it is very ugly, but it's more tolerable. Look at this noise right here. It is very bad. To the point where, I mean, if I am a developer here, I would be like, this is not, I mean, we have to get rid of this. Okay? The denoiser or whatever it is, I don't care. This is just it's a deal breaker. I understand you want the reflections to look good. Ray tracing is maybe doing a good job in some areas, but this is just absolutely horrendous. This looks very bad, and it doesn't matter. I can push 4K. I tried 4K DLSR with DLSS at the same time. Yes, when you push a lot of pixels, this gets a little bit better, but it is not fixed. Okay, so regardless of the settings you're using, this kind of noises on the floor, you're gonna see them, and you're going to see them everywhere all the time, and it looks so ugly. It is distracting. So the only way to fix that is by lowering this. And the problem is you lower these effects, okay? You basically just turn that down to low, okay? Now the problem is when you do that, then the game just looks like this is not even the creator's intent, okay? It just changes the game completely, and it doesn't look bad, but you feel like this is not the game that they designed. You're losing like even shadows or ambient occlusion. I don't know. It just looks flat, and it's a completely different game if you do that. But let me tell you, this thing is so ugly that I might even consider playing like this. So now if I play like this, I will play on my LGC1. And you still see some ugliness, but at least without those reflections, it is not as distracting. So what I would do, I mean, as a game developer, I would be like, okay, let's improve this, okay, and just make it better, add some reflections, but without that noise, okay? And maybe to fix that noise, you need that, ray reconstruction technology from NVIDIA and hardware ray tracing or whatever it is. And now the performance, we're back to an absolutely terrible performance that nobody can, basically that kind of picture quality is for 4090 at 60 frames per second, which it doesn't make any sense. But yeah, add that option for those who are okay with playing at 60 frames per second on a 4090. But what I would do definitely is, okay, let's just improve this because it looks very flat, but just avoid that noise. Avoid that noise because it is a deal breaker. It's so ugly that it doesn't matter how nice the reflections are, the shadows. You can have the most beautiful, picture that if you are ruining it, if you're ruining the picture with noise, that's just terrible. This is what happened to me with Control, okay? Which a lot of the big channels that were saying, oh, this is amazing ray tracing because it was the first game or one of the first games pushing ray tracing, and they were like, oh, this is fantastic. And then I'm playing the game and all I see is this noise all over the place, everywhere. I'm like, this looks so ugly, man. This is not a great looking game. So now, one big difference between this game and Control is that this doesn't look blurry, okay? Actually, the DLSS here looks fantastic, I have to say. 4K DLSS quality or even down to performance, it looks okay. Very, very good picture when it comes to sharpness and how it is resolving the details. But this thing it's just bad. So if you ask me, is this a good looking game? I would say no, because of this. And this can be resolved. This thing can be resolved with a different, approach, with a different decision on the rendering. Just don't do this kind of reflections, or I don't know. But this is like a deal breaker. Totally a deal breaker. It looks broken. It looks broken. And again, regardless of the settings, I increased the resolution where I was getting like 10 frames per second on my LGC1 beyond 4K. Yes, it improves, but it's still not fixed. And it is not reasonable to ask people to push that kind of resolution anyway. And the other thing is, this seems to be ray trace reflections, but they still have some screen space component, because as you can see here, as long as I have the object on screen, the reflection is perfect. But as soon as I do this, then the reflection is still showing the object, but it's something different. It's something that has a lot less quality. Look at the difference when I do this. So this is software ray tracing, I believe, or whatever it is. It's not ideal. This is not great. It is very demanding anyway. So yeah, I much rather have something like if I just have a screen space reflections and I do this, then I don't see anything. So that's a lot more distracting than this. If you're actually just playing the game, you might not notice that difference, and it still looks like you have the objects on the screen, but it is not ideal, of course. So yeah, that's my take of the game. Let's play it for a moment so I can show you the impact that I'm talking about with the gunfights. Let's go here and see what happens. I really like the impact of the game, how it feels to play. So far, it's just the beginning of the game, but I think it is very nice. Hopefully they can fix that. Maybe. they can fix that. The atmosphere of the game.
Can you help me out here?
The music, by the way, I am a musician. The music, I was like, man, this game, like right away when I turn on the game, in the game menu, and I hear that music, I was like, hey, maybe this game is good, because the music was very nice, music for this game. So it has some elements that definitely surprise me, but yeah, it's just so noisy, so ugly, those noises, and they are everywhere. So let's see what happens here. You see the movements, you're like a tank. And we are getting some cutscenes. The characters don't look fantastic. They look normal, but it's okay. Facial animations are not fantastic either, but it's okay.
That's a serious accusation, kiddo. Someone might think I would allow such illegal activity in my high-class business.
Turn off the lights here,
which I do not.
so the
I get lost.
Plasmas
soot. Tell me where to find him.
don't look
You
great
cops are
on the
giving me
light
a stomach ulcer. Stop asking me about guys I don't know.
Withholding information can lead to bigger trouble than a stomach ulcer.
Look, I'm a busy man, so I'm going back to my office now. Why don't you join me there, and we'll talk. Oh,
I
on second
hope there's
thought,
fighting
You can't
now.
do that, because you don't have a warrant, do you?
What a douchebag.
Okay, well, let's see if we have fighting now.
Come back with a warrant, cop.
Oh, it seems like there's no fighting now. So it looks nice. Getting some nice, colorful. I'm not sure what I have to do here. It's so uncomfortable to play like this. It's very weird to play like this. I don't know what I have to do here. I don't know how to investigate. Look at this. Okay. The left trigger to investigate. We're playing at CSI right now. This is the first time I see this on the game. Previously, it was just fighting and shooting people.
Such amazing colors. And there's not one, but two of you?
Okay.
Your
let's
body
see what
readings
happens.
suggest substance misuse.
Oh man, a real like TJ Laser? You are so incredibly shiny. I'm definitely getting more of this stuff.
Who sold you drugs?
I really shouldn't say, but you are my TV heroes. All right. All of the arcade staff will sell to you, as long as you got cash. Unfortunately, I'm broke. But I have a great idea. You could help me sneak into the basement. They keep a huge stash of goodies down there.
Drugs in the basement? I will take care of that.
Would you really do that for me? Way to go, TJ!
Okay, so let's see.
Is that the
Let's see if we have some fighting now.
Open the door. I have the warrant.
Oopsie. I think I dropped my key somewhere. You'd have to break down this hardened door if you want to get in.
That will not be a problem.
We have also these slow motion moments where we open the doors like that, and then we are shooting in slow motion, which is very nice.
It's Robocop!
Surrender your weapons.
See, the impact of the weapon is very nice. And the bullets, they leave marks, and they destroy some objects of the game too. It's a lot of nice destruction. Some objects of the game, they so that's nice. See. Okay. Try this. You see, you feel like a tank. There's not a lot of movements. Like, I cannot move fast the camera. It's just very slow. But it works. So you have some slow motion moments when there's a big explosion or something like that. And the thing is, you see how the dismemberment, you see this? There was an explosion and you see all this dismemberment is very, very, very well done. But when you shoot, there's a lot of, see, you feel like the bullets have impact. See? Look at the cloth of the enemy got open and destroyed. This is great. You see how the cloth changed? This is great. See the bullets? It's very well done. It's very good. Very nice. So yeah, that's what I wanted to show you. It feels nice. This shooting feels nice. Let's see what happened here.
Open the door or you will regret it.
Can't a guy just sell drugs to kids without you harassing him every 5 minutes? Who am I hurting, huh? They all want it.
Where do I find Soot?
Well, if that's the case, shut it, bozo! Unless you want to end up in the ghost house like that cop's informant! And don't you dare open that door, I'll shoot you!
Have it your way.
So it should be a slow motion moment now. There you go. It's very difficult to play like this, but you get the idea. So yeah, that's what I wanted to share with you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions if you're playing the game, and if you have any questions.